recording started. It looks like we are rolling here. All right, I think that looks correct. Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. We are in the last Tuesday of November 2022, and we are focusing on learning the 8-form Tai Chi sequence for the YMCA's Movement for Better Balance, or Moving for Better Balance. I taught a little smidge of that last time we met for Mind Body Blend, but not sure that everybody was with me, so I want to start it again from the beginning. I also have a couple different pairs of hand weights that we'll be using to strengthen the upper and lower body. We also have a mat for floor work. I'm not going to use my chair today, but you might, as we're balancing a little bit, need to have that close by. So let's get started with some music, and we will start on that first form of the Tai Chi sequence. So we're starting with our feet fairly close together. And just find a nice long spine. Pull the shoulders down and back. And the opening of our sequence is we step out just slightly with the right foot. Then on an inhale, the arms rise about shoulder level. And as you exhale, slightly bend your knees and sink down into the legs a little. And we'll do each of these movements a few times so you can get comfortable with them. But when we get to putting the sequence together, there's only one of each of the forms. Now this form doesn't have a name. It's just rising and falling with the arms. It's part of the opening sequence. We begin to center mind and body and breath. One more time. The arms rise and lower. So I'd like to teach the form, first the legs and then the arms, and put it together. So shift your body weight over into the right foot and tap the left foot. So I have most of my weight bearing to my right side. Then step out to your left and strike your heel. So you're really flexing your foot. Shift your body weight over to your left foot and tap your right foot. And we step, striking the heel and tap. So one of the big benefits of this sequence is balance. So you might feel the first time you do this, you're a little shaky, moving from one foot to the other. And of course, you're going at your own pace. Next time you come over to the right side, we'll stop and hold there. Step your feet back out. Bring your right hand on top of your left as if you were holding a big ball in front of you. And all we're going to do is roll the ball. So as the left hand comes down, or right hand comes down, the left hand comes on top. And your ball can be any size. It just stays right in front of your body. And there's really no breathing techniques with this 8 form. Just make sure you are breathing whenever that feels best for your body. Next time the right hand comes on top, we'll hold here. Then shift your body weight into the right foot where we began tapping your left foot. So whenever you have your weight bearing on your right leg, your right hand is the top hand. We'll step out with that left foot, strike the heel, and do your rolling of the ball, tapping the right foot. Step out and roll the ball. Nice smooth movement side to side. And that step out is not really big because this is a functional movement. So it's a functional range of motion that we would do normally in our everyday life. Let's do one more to each side. This form is called rolling the ball. Now hold here. We add a little bit of a prep, so slightly rotate to the right, come back to the center, step the foot, and roll the ball. Prep to the left, twist, and step out right. Sometimes this is known as a preload. Rotate, step, lead with your heel, and roll the ball. Prep, step, and roll. Kind of like, sounds like stop, drop, and roll, right? Prep, step, and roll. I like that. All right, I hope we're doing good with this. Let's come back to the right side and hold here. Now, no arms. We're going to learn a new footwork. Lead with your heel and step out at a little bit of an angle to the left. Shift your body weight. Shift it back into the right foot and pivot your heel to face forward, your foot to face forward, and tap your toe in. So we'll step out on a diagonal. Lead with your heel. Shift your body weight. Shift it back, pivoting on your heel, and tap the foot. Diagonal step. Shift. Shift. Lift that foot up and pivot. Let's do one more on each side. Heel strikes, shift. Shift back, pick the toes up, pivot, and tap in. One more time to the left side. And again, it's not a really big step. And then we probably all need to back up a little bit. So we'll start stepping back. The arms. This is called parting the wild horse's mane. So we'll start with the right hand on top, like you're embracing that ball. And then switch your hands like you're brushing the mane of a horse. And look towards your left hand. And then bring your left hand on top and your right hand underneath. Part the wild horse's mane. So your palm is facing your face and this hand is facing the floor. Right hand on top. Part the wild horse's mane. Left hand on top. And again. Let's do one more each side. And once you've got that right hand on top, we need to add the footwork in. So shift your weight to your right foot, tap your left. Step out to the diagonal, strike your heel, and as you do, brush the mane, look toward your hand, shift your weight back, pivot on your heel, bringing your foot forward, and then as you tap in right, your left hand is on top. Step out diagonal, part the wild horse's mane. Shift back, pivot on the foot, and step in. Step out diagonal. Pivot on the heel. So there's a lot of weight shifts in Tai Chi and in this form. All right, let's back up and then we'll add the prep to that. So we're standing on our right foot. Right hand is on top. Prep to the right with a little twist. Step out to the diagonal. Part the wild horse's mane. Pivot on the heel. And tap the right foot in. Prep. Part the mane. Pivot on the heel. And step in. One more each side. Prep. Step. Pivot on the heel. step in, prep, step, pivot on the heel, and step in. Now let's do the closing. Step your feet slightly wide. Bring your hands so one hand is on the opposite shoulder on each side. Brush away and let your arms float down. We'll do that twice more. Touch your shoulders, brush off any negative energy, and lower. One more time. And lower down. All right, let's back up and we'll do everything from the beginning. We'll go slow. Stand tall. Step out with your right foot for our opening. The arms raise one time. Sink down into your knees a little bit. Shift over to your right foot. The right hand is on top. Rolling the ball, step directly to the side and switch the left hand to the top. Ooh, I forgot my prep. Let's prep first. And roll the ball. Part the wild horse's mane. Prep. Step out the diagonal. Pivot on the heel. Step in. Prep. Step out diagonal. Pivot on the heel. Step in. Hands to the shoulders. Brush away. And release. Let's do it one more time for today, for our warm-up. Feet are close together. Step out to the right. Lift the arms. Lower. Sink into the knees. Shift your body weight to the right foot. Right hand is on top. Prep to the right. Roll the ball. Prep to the left. Roll the ball. Prep to the right. Part the wild horse's mane. Shift back, pivot on the heel. Tap in. Prep to the left. Step diagonal. Pivot on the heel. Step in. Step wide, hands on the shoulders. We brush away. Lower down, step the right foot back to your beginning position. All right, we've learned 2 of the forms, and over the next few weeks, we'll get all the way up to all 8 forms. Let's grab our hand weights, and I'd like for you to pick up a heavier size. I have 8s with me today. We'll start to work on some strength training. Standing tall, turn your toes out. This is our Pilates or ballet bar first position. We'll bring the arms up to a bicep curl. Step out with the right foot. Bend your knees, squat. Rise back up, step your feet back to first position and release the curl. Bicep curl, step out to the left. Wide second position, plie. And close back in, releasing. I'll do it one more slow on each side. Curl, step, plie, and close. Curl, and step, plie, and close. Now at your own pace, a comfortable pace, and we curl, down, up, together. So I'm starting to curl as I'm stepping. Curl as you step, plie, curl and release. Now it's up to you how low you go in these plies or in these squats. Listening to your knees. We have 4 more on each side, or 8 reps to go. Depending on your speed. 3 more each. And 2. Nice job. Checking in, seeing how those knees are feeling, hips. 1 more each side. Last time to that left side. And release it down. Switch your foot position to third. So I'm going to bring my right heel to my left instep. Bring your weights in front. We'll do an upright row and lower down. Upright row, lower down. Lift and lower. Finding good posture. Just 4 more here. So your balance challenge is, as we do this exercise today, will be to add a releve. So let's do 2 more. Up. 1 more. So the releve is lifting up off of your heels, coming up onto the balls of the feet. Ooh, takes me a couple to find my balance. Now, oddly enough, this is harder as we go slower. So maybe find a little bit quicker pace so you can keep your balance. So here's where I mentioned you might need access to your chair. If you need to hold on, you can always work one arm for a little bit and hold your chair, then switch to the other arm. Let's get 3 more. 2. 1. Relax. Switch your third position. So your left heel is toward the right instep. Take a little shoulder roll. How are you doing with your weight? Do you need to make a switch? We're staying with a second set of upright rows. So we lift and lower. Now, if you want to go right into your releves, raise up on the toes, up and down. Choose your pace. Now, notice I'm not bringing the weights up super high. I want to keep the elbows just a little lower than the shoulders here. Notice if one side feels a little easier with the foot in front than the other. If any of you have done slalom skiing, water skiing, you know that there's always, you have better balance when one foot is in the back. It's kind of the same with third position. Let's get 2 more. 1 more time. And then release, come back to first position. Bring the weights right to shoulder level. Tap out your left foot. And we'll lift, lower. Lift, lower. All I'm doing is tapping my big toe. So with the arms, alternate an overhead press as that leg rises and switch. So my body weight's a little bit differently distributed when I lift my right arm up and then my left arm up. So that's going to challenge balance here. 8, 7, 6. Outer thigh work. Balance shoulders and triceps. 2 more. 1. Release those arms down. Bring the foot in, back to first position. Roll your shoulders. Take a slight break here. Then bring the arms back up right above the shoulders. Tap the right foot, lift, lower. This one is a little bit more challenging for me to balance here. So once you feel you have your balance, we'll raise one arm and the other arm. And again, if you really need your chair, you can make this a one arm overhead press and hold onto the chair as you lift the leg. If this feels uncomfortable on your shoulders, come back to your upright rows. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the weights, step back in, roll the shoulders out. We've got a one arm row, so I want you to pick up a pretty heavy weight, but just one in one hand. That'll be the right arm. So from our first position, we'll slightly step out to the left and bend the knee. So we're in a side lunge. Turn your body toward that knee. You can brace here with your hand. Pull the elbow up and down. Up. Working the back of the shoulder. Now, I'm that person that loves to work core whenever we can. I know you are too. So as you have this movement, start to rotate up and back down. We're looking for a little bit of involvement of our posterior oblique muscles. Rotate and down. And I like to put the exhalation on the rotation. My elbow is staying pretty close to the side of my body. You could also do it this way with your elbow a little bit more forward. But this one is a safer position for that shoulder joint. Let's do 3 more on this side. And 2. 1 more. Then we have a balance pose. If you need your chair or a wall for this free hand, lift up the back foot off the floor. And I just want you to hold. If you feel pretty steady, you can add 4 rows here. Pull up and down. 3 more. 2. 1. Lower that foot down. Step back into first position so we have turn out, switch the weight. Step out on a little bit of a diagonal. So you'll notice this foot has a turnout because I left it in first position. This opens our hips a little bit. And we'll pull the elbow up and down. So on the first few, no twist. Really feel the muscles we're working here. Back of the shoulder, upper back, your biceps, a little bit into the lats and rhomboids in the back area. And when you're ready, add those external posterior obliques, pull up and down. Now when you rotate your spine, you can take your head with you and really look over your shoulder. But if that makes you feel dizzy, just keep looking down with your head and just twist your spine. That's better for balance, and you still get a little bit of a neck stretch here because you're twisting away from the cervical spine. Exhale on the twist. 3 more. 2. Last one. Get yourself ready to balance. If you need the wall or a chair, lift that back foot up off the floor. See if you can just hold. Your supporting knee has a little small bend in it. If you feel steady, here we go with 4 rows. 3, 2, and 1. Step it down. Step back to first position, closing the feet together. Either holding 1 heavy weight or 2 lighter weights. Let's do our curtsy lunge. So a bare weight on the left foot. Step the right foot back. Bend your knees. Come up, step to the other side. Cross behind. Bend your knees. We're going to alternate sides today. We have the toes turned out. We come into second position, so a wide angle of the feet and the legs. So now we start to add rotation. So step, rotate, reach that weight down toward the mat, and other side. Now, depending on how heavy your weight is, we're going to add a front arm raise here. Reach down, step out, lift. This is a lot like the shifting of the body weight we had in our Tai Chi sequence. Now, if the shoulder raise is too heavy here, bend your elbows and make this a bicep curl. It's up to you how low the weight goes down to the floor. Let's do 2 more each side. One more each side. Lower the arms, close your feet back to first position. Bring the weights right to the chest. We'll do a demi-plie, so the knees open out. Press it up. Demi-plie, push. So I'm only opening my knees as much as I can without my heels lifting off the floor. Your option for shoulders is demi-plie to lowering down into a bicep curl. Four, 3, 2. Hold the weight up, bend the elbows, back, up, back, up. Just 4 more. 3, 2. Bring the weight down, back up, bend the elbows. Down, up, bend. Down, up, bend. Are you ready for balance? Stand on your right foot, knee up. Stand on your left foot, knee up. Left knee lifts. Right knee lifts. Let's get 8 more of these. core is really engaged. 7, 6, 5, nice job, everybody. 3 more. 2, 1, and relax that weight down. Place it in your right hand so you've got weight on one side of your body. We're going to take a side bend, stretch the waist open, and pull up. Just nice and easy, bend and pull up. So try not to rotate your shoulder. Just keeping this into lateral flexion only. So this is level 1, just keeping the arms straight by your side. Level 2, as you're pulling the weight up, take it out to the side. Down and out. Depending on how heavy your weight is, you might have to shorten the lever as you lift your arm to the side, bending your elbow. 8 to go. 7. Really zip up the abs. 6. Choose your variation here. 4. 3. 2. And relax. Could you feel this side as you were lifting the arm that direction? It increases that workload on the side waist. Switch the weight to your left hand. Stand tall, just start with your side bend. Bring it up. And when we're bending side, make sure you're not pushing your hip away. I want you to feel like you have equal balance into both feet. And you'll notice if you push your hip away, your weight shifts over to this foot. So try to keep your weight distributed equally. Inhale as it comes down. Exhale to pull up. Okay, we can stay with this one or add the arm extending out. With or without a bend in the elbow. And I'm staying slightly below the level of this shoulder here with the arm. And you can even just come halfway up. You can come right to here. I feel a lot of work when I just come halfway. Remember, you can bend that elbow. 7 more. 6. 'Squeeze your inner thighs tight, squeeze your glutes a little bit. 3 more. 2. And 1, and relax. Have one weight with you as we come down onto our mat for a Pilates mat sequence to really work the core. So make sure that you're using either your fingertips lightly on the back of the head if you're feeling neck tension, or just allow your head to relax to the floor whenever you need to. All right, coming down onto your back, no weight to begin. So our first exercise is the Pilates 100, and it's a breathing exercise to work our core. Reach your arms out long, and at any pace, move your arms up and down. So I'm not doing it from my elbows or from my wrists and flapping. I'm doing a really strong motion right from the shoulder. Now start to add your breathing. So we inhale 5, exhale 5, and the 5 is the count of the arms pulsing. If you don't want to count, just breathe in and out at whatever rate works for you. So this is level 1. Level 2, lift the right knee up. Then set it down. Keep your abs engaged. Lift your left knee up. Set it down. So if you're choosing level 2, just go at your own pace. Level 3, both knees up and stay. Next level, curl your head and shoulders off the mat. Look toward your knees. Final level, straighten your legs at any angle. 30 seconds. You can take that level 1 or rest your head at any time. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come in toward you. Lay your head down. Set your feet to the mat. Right knee comes in and set it down. Left knee comes in. Set it down. This is level 1. Level 2, your knees are in table. As the right knee comes in, the left leg goes out. Then switch. Level 3, head and shoulders are up. And go at any pace, at any level you choose. Make sure you're breathing. Scoop your abs in, compress your lower back down into the mat. This is called the single leg stretch. Two more each leg. Relax head and shoulders. Lower your feet. Next one is the single straight leg stretch. Right leg comes in, extend the leg up. Set it back down. Left leg. Alternating sides, this is your level 1. Your head is on the floor. Your feet are on the mat in between the switch. Nice stretch for your hamstring. Level 2, your knees are in table. As the right leg comes up, the left leg goes long. Switch. Level 3, your head and shoulders are up off the mat, and you just keep switching the legs, alternating, creating a scissoring fashion. Let's go 30 seconds at whatever level you're at today. You're halfway there, 15 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Next Pilates mat exercise is the bicycle. As you bring your right knee in, we'll bring the left elbow across and switch. You can also do this without lifting the head off the floor and just bring your elbow across if your neck is really tired here. So this is a good level 1. Level 2, knees are in table. Rotate across, bicycle, and switch. So in level 2, I'm setting my head down to the mat each repetition. Exhale as you rotate. Level 3, my head and shoulders remain up, and I rotate and rotate. Just about 30 seconds at your level. "20 seconds. Keep breathing. Almost there, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, we'll use our hand weight here. Get it within distance, and we are going to do a Pilates roll-up. So the legs are extended long. We bring that weight above the head. Take a nice stretch here. Start to bring your weight forward towards your legs. Lift your head. Roll your body up. Now, if you're not able to roll all the way up, I want you to start from a seated position here and just roll halfway down and then sit back up. You can also do that without the weight. So 30 seconds wherever you are today, either rolling all the way down and all the way up, or just halfway down from the top. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. And we'll finish laying all the way back down. Bring that weight up right from your shoulders. Set your feet down on the mat. We'll do a skull crusher. You can also use 2 weights, 1 in each hand. As we bend the elbows, the weight comes right to the forehead just before it touches, and then we straighten the arms. Bend your elbows and straighten. Find a good pace for you. Level 1, you're just keeping your feet both on the mat. Level 2, as you bend your elbow, the right leg slides out, comes back in, left leg slides out, come back in. So in level 2, one foot is on the floor at all times. Level 3, our knees are in tabletop, right leg out, left leg out. So both knees up is harder to keep your pelvis neutral. Really lock down your core. Slightly compress your lower back to the mat. If anybody wants one more level up, both legs will go long. 15 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Bring that one weight into your right hand. Bend your elbow down toward the mat and push that arm back up to the ceiling. Down. Press it up. So level 1, we're just working the right arm. Level 2, the left leg lowers and lifts. Level 3, the right knee is in tabletop as the left leg lowers and lifts. Let's get 6 more on this side. Try not to use your left hand on the mat to brace. 5, 4, 3. Exhale up 2 and 1. Both feet back down on the mat. Switch your weight over to your left hand carefully. Bring that arm up. Just level 1, bend the elbow and push it up to the ceiling. We could do both arms at the same time, sure, but the single arm work is going to challenge our core when we get to the various levels. Next level, your right leg lowers and lifts. And if you need to keep that left foot on the ground, feel free to do that. Or bring your left knee in tabletop. Push it up and lower it down. So here's where your back wants to start to arch. So that's where you need to really activate your core. And if that's not working, put your left foot back down onto the mat. 6 reps to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower your weight down. Set that off to the side. So working our back, 2 choices. Come over to your hands and knees for spinal balance, or come to your belly for Superman's or contralateral raise. So I'm going to give you both options here. If you're coming from the hands and knees, as the right leg goes back, the left arm lifts, and you alternate sides. So if you come down to your belly, range of motion is going to be smaller, and sometimes it's not as comfortable here, but it's also a great exercise to do. So if you're on your belly, as the right leg lifts, the left arm lifts, and slightly lift your chest, but try not to lift your head up. Keep your chin tucked, and then switch. So choose the one that's best for your body today. And let's do about 8 more on each side. Exhale as you lengthen. Inhale as you come back to the center to switch. Tighten your glute as you extend the leg back. Reach everything nice and long. Five more each side. Three more. Great back strengthener. One more each side. And then press yourself back to a nice child's pose or a cat stretch, just to counter the spinal position of extension. Our last core exercise will involve a plank and a stretch, either child's pose or down dog. So let's try our level 1 first. Right here from child's pose, stretch, then draw yourself forward to a kneeling plank or a full plank. Then your knees come back down, stretch back to child's pose. That's your level 1. Level 2, come up to down dog. So knees are up off the mat. Take your stretch here, then shift forward to your plank, either full plank or kneeling plank, and then back to your down dog. So let's take about 30 seconds, whatever level is working good for your body today, whatever speed is good for you. Hopefully you did your Planksgiving challenge. I know quite a few people did it because that video went from, I don't know, it had maybe 60 some views to over 100 views. So that was good. People got busy on that video. Let's do one more. And then down dog to forward fold. So walk your feet in and stretch forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Let your low back release, your hamstrings release, your neck. Just relax your shoulders. You can move your body side to side a little bit. Just kind of bringing everything out. And then slowly roll your spine up. Once you come all the way to a stand, step your right foot forward, your left foot straight back, push your heel down to the ground. Standing warrior 1 lunge, left arm lifts up, stretch to the right side and side bend. And release that left arm down. Step in with your left foot. Step back with your right. Push your heel down to stretch your calf. Lift your right arm up. Side bend to the left, opening up that right side waist. And come back up, lower that right arm down, step forward with the left foot. Bring both hands either to your hips and pull your elbows back, or clasp your hands behind your back, roll your shoulder blades towards each other. Come into chest expansion. Hold this and look as far as you can to the right. Looking to the left. Come back to center. Tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Come back up, drop your chin to your chest. We're still holding that chest expansion. Bring your head back to neutral. Release your hands from behind you. Come all the way up to interlace your fingers. Take a big stretch. One more side bend to the right. And one to the left. Back to center. Let your your arms float down. And we'll do one Tai Chi sequence to close our class. So make sure there's nothing in front of you. Bring your feet almost to touch. Step out to the right. Arms float up. Sink down into the knees a little bit. Shift over to the right foot. Right hand on top. Prep. Roll the ball. Prep. Roll the ball. Prep. Part the wild horse's mane. Pivot on the heel. Left hand on top. Prep. Part the wild horse's mane. Pivot on the heel. Step in. Hands to the shoulders. And brush. Release. The right foot closes. Very nicely done, everyone. Thank you so much. So my hope is to, over the next few weeks, put that whole sequence together, start class with it, close with it,